On this show, we cover some sensitive topics.
Though the obituaries may be outlandish, the people are real.
Names have been changed or omitted in order to respect both the deceased and the survived by.
While death is no laughing matter, some petty last words can provide some pretty entertaining comic relief.
Welcome to Obituary. Welcome back to Obituary. I'm Spencer Henry.
And I'm Madison Reyes.
Ciao Geoffs.
Ciao Bello.
Ciao.
You're home.
Home, finally, thank God.
Oh my gosh, tell us everything.
Oh,
Well,
where to begin?
well,
Well,
you're not a single man anymore.
he's off the roster, ladies
He
and
is
gentlemen.
off the roster. He was swooped up by the champ.
Swooped up by the champ.
Or you swooped him up.
Yeah, we are engaged.
Engaged! Can you believe it?
We knew. You knew.
I knew. No, I knew.
Well, you guys, it's so hard because obviously Madison knew. I told her the day I bought the ring. I told her the day, she knew the whole plan.
And it was very hard to hold conversations with the champ because
Wait, you were so fucking weird. He usually gets home from work when we're done with the episode. It's pretty timed out. So obviously you always hang out after and
Yeah.
we go get dinner or you stay here and we order food. And the past couple weeks leading up to Italy, you would be like, all right, I actually got to get out of here. I'm gonna.
yeah, I
gonna go."
couldn't because I knew I would fucking blow it.
Or every time I would walk her out at the end of the night, she'd be like, okay, I can't say anything because I'm gonna say something.
Yeah. I was so excited.
Oh my God, me
Oh
too.
my God.
Yeah, it was just such an incredible time. I'll actually talk about it more in my coffin spinner, and then
Yes.
we'll go into detail on the engagement and everything on Patreon because we're gonna be doing
It can
some
be a little more
information.
loose.
A little
on there.
looser,
A little
yeah.
Freer.
Share all the deets. No, but it was incredible. I'd never been to Italy before.
Mhm.
It was just crazy. Such a crazy time.
I love it. I love it. And we'll talk about it more, I guess, on Patreon.
Yeah.
But there was some sickness.
Oh God, it was a literal shit show.
Some
Kind of it.
fancy places that you went where you were like,
Oh yeah.
this is too fancy.
Well, it was most of it was we were in Rome for the first couple days and it was getting there and everything was great with flying because we flew overnight. So totally got on the plane,
Yeah.
knocked out, woke up with an hour and a half left of the flight.
Okay.
Which was so ideal.
Yeah.
But coming home, girl,
Why?
struggling.
Why?
Just with the jet lag.
Yeah.
Coming home was I am not going to sleep on the flight. So that way tonight when I get home, because we were
Got
landing
it.
at LAX at 5.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I won't sleep on the plane. We'll get home, have dinner, and then I'll go to bed. And I went to bed around 8 o'clock. Woke up at 2 a.m. on Sunday.
Well, the time difference is 9.
Yeah.
Okay. Which was 9 hours?
Yeah.
Which was great because
We were on the same time.
I would get calls from you at midnight and I'd be like, hello.
Yeah, if you thought we went off the radar from each other for 2 weeks, you are sorely mistaken.
No, it was great.
Yeah, we were on the same time zone finally.
Yeah.
And I'm sure my phone bill will be out of control.
Oh, I didn't think about
Yeah,
that.
I think you get charged.
Oh, fuck.
I don't care. I had to call my girlie.
Oh, my God.
Well,
wait, it will be crazy because I remember I had a boyfriend in Argentina in high school. And he lived by me, but then moved to Argentina with his family. And I mean, who knows if that's even real? Well, actually, I do know it's real because I would talk to him on the phone. And one day I was taking a shower and my mom came in yelling. And
Phone bill.
she was like, who are you calling in Argentina? Hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I definitely did that to my parents as well.
damn.
Because it was like you were supposed to wait till it was like after 8 o'clock or something. And then you could make certain phone calls. I don't know. I don't know how it all works.
I don't either.
But we'll see when we get the bill. I'll use your card. Don't worry.
I
have it on file. I was actually laughing because Cisco texted me the other day. He's like, hey, what's your Netflix login again?
Oh, he asked you?
Yeah.
He asked me the other night. He's like, what's Spencer's Netflix login? I'm like, I don't know. He signed in and I never signed him out.
So I will be back billing you. No. Anyway, so we were flying home and that was like Sunday. I woke up at 2 a.m. That was it. Like I was up all fucking day and I felt like sleep deprivation makes you feel the craziest you've ever felt in your life.
I know. I remember you saying before, like, I don't really get jet lagged, like even like going to New York or anything. Like you were like a pro at that.
I'm usually like good about acclimating, but that's such a difference.
Crazy. 9 hours.
9 hours.
Yeah.
Wild. But yeah, no, the trip was incredible. So we started in Rome, spent a few days there, and that's when I ended up proposing when we were in Rome because I was supposed to wait until we got to Positano, but then I just couldn't wait.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it any longer because I had like the ring was in a cowboy boot in my suitcase.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm so scared I'm going to either say something or that he's going to see it or fucking something. And so I just was like waiting and then I was like, okay, I just have to do it.
Yeah.
And then I did. And then luckily he said yes.
And then you got to like breathe.
Yeah, then we got to chill. And then we went to Positano and like Amalfi Coast for the rest of the week, which was just like surreal, so incredible. Yeah, it was insane. The highlight for me is that you got engaged, but the other highlight is some of the pictures that you sent me about things that we've talked about on the show. Yes, I'll go into it.
Okay.
In my coffin spinner. But I do have to say, also, we came home feeling absolutely insane, but we walked in and it was my entire atrium was just fully decorated and it's still up. Oh my God. We left it up.
Well, you don't have cameras inside, but you have them around
the outside. Yeah.
And so I was like, fuck, like if he looks at the camera and I'm in your backyard or whatever. So I didn't go in the front door.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I went in the side.
Oh, this was a heist.
Yes.
Mission.
But then I was like, oh, he has fucking cameras out here. But we have the same camera. So I'm like, I don't see a light. I don't think it's on.
Because someone was staying at our house watching the dogs.
Yes. Yeah. And so I brought my dogs and they all got to play, which was hilarious because Frankie and Doris are nuts and just run.
High
energy, crazy. They had a blast and then Desi just bothered Hot Dog the whole time. But I was like, okay, I told your friend who was here watching the dogs, I was like, if he sees me or says anything, like just say that I just brought him over for a play date.
As if I wouldn't go to you.
I know.
As if I wouldn't be like, girl, why the fuck are you at my house?
I'm just here for a play date. Yeah. I'm a squatter. No. I just move in. You can't
I'd love it.
Oh my God.
Do it. Oh, we've joked about it before because we were saying Madison and I's favorite. We were like kept talking about the engagement because we were like, what if he said no?
Oh, that was our favorite. Yeah.
Like, so we'd be like, what if he says no? And then I'd be like, girl, he'll go missing in Italy. And then I was like, what do we keep saying?
Take off.
Oh, I was like, okay, if he says no, I'm flying home from Italy. We're packing up the
Mexico.
dogs and we're hitting the fucking road.
Yeah.
And nobody will see us again.
Yeah.
I said I cannot live that down. I cannot deal with that. But luckily he said yes. And I'm so excited.
We knew he would say yes.
We knew he would say yes. For a wedding. It's gonna be so fun. I'm so excited. To like plan it and like do all the things.
Yeah. What do you we'll talk.
He'll be my best man.
Oh yeah. That is one thing I've learned with weddings. We've talked about this, like after planning one, I'm like, I don't give a fuck if someone doesn't invite me. I won't be offended. Like, I literally, because
no one's getting invited to our wedding.
It's such a, like, it's not about anybody else.
No.
You know?
I think.
What if I wasn't invited?
So actually, thank you for bringing this. Thank you for bringing this up.
Wait, hold on.
No, obviously, but like we've talked about it because I'm not a big wedding person, and we're doing a very small
intimate
wedding.
Yes,
Very intimate, but it'll be
wonderful. Small but mighty.
And I'm so excited.
I'm so excited too.
Which is also wild because I did not picture like growing up, I was like, oh yeah, I want to get married. And then like you fucking date assholes. And then you're like, I don't know if I actually will get married.
Yeah.
Well, and after my mom died, I always said too, I'm like, I don't know if I could do a wedding without her.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I was like, but obviously after meeting the champ, I was like, okay, actually I do want to get married and have babies and do the whole fucking thing.
Aww.
So now we're doing that, and that's great.
And that's it. And for anybody commenting that he's closeted, did you see that? I was laughing.
No, you texted me something, but I didn't look.
Someone commented on a YouTube video like, this guy's closeted. I'm like, honey, I hate to break it to you, but he's in Italy right now.
Busted out that closet.
He's been out the closet since birth. God.
There was no closet, baby.
There was no closet.
Oh, that's wild. I mean, people say the wildest shit. Anyways, I posted like a fucking TikTok and a reel of me talking about like a cult leader episode. Because we're like, oh, we should start, doing that. That's what everyone does.
Oh, by the way, I tried to film a Get Ready with me today and it didn't go right.
Oh, I would love to see. Maybe we can post it on Patreon.
Wait. I was like, I need better lighting. Hold on. I said, I tried to do it like how the girls do on TikTok. So I was like, okay, I'm getting in the shower, turning the water on.
Okay.
Wait. Look, she's
Wait, it's cute.
Well, I stopped it. Hold on. Wait. I stopped at the end and said, this sucks. I'm watching YouTube. Hold on. I said. and then I no more.
The amount of videos I have in my phone of like half done things is insane. Even Italy, I was like, oh, I'm going to vlog Italy. Like I brought one of the smaller cameras. I was like, I'm just gonna vlog it.
Yeah.
There's a video of us on the plane and then that's it. That was the vlog.
Oh God. That's a sign of a good trip.
Well, yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be like because he's also not gonna like, I mean, he participates in anything. Like he's so great. I'll be like, let's take a picture before dinner or whatever, which is what I did the night I proposed to him. I was like, oh, I want to take a picture before we go to dinner. Yeah, I was not going to do that. And then also, I am like you. I think we're the same in the sense, like, I've been putting out stuff longer. So I feel like I've done more like a day in my life and those kinds of things. But I don't do them frequently, and it feels so foreign whenever I do. It feels like embarrassing.
Yeah, or like, oh God, I gotta prepare. Like, I gotta make my day look good.
No, but like, or when I was doing all those like outfit videos or whatever, those were like on a kick for a while. I haven't really made a lot since I was like, since moving into this house. But I think we both like aesthetics. Like we both like making videos, but it's just... It feels so like, you're not supposed to be doing this. Well, it's why we avoided like YouTube and stuff for so long. Because like... But
now it's so easy.
Now I love it.
Yeah.
And it's so easy and it's so fun for us. And I'm like, oh, this was like a huge missing part for us.
Yeah.
But I do think that like I had done YouTube videos in the past and stuff with friends and stuff. And I just never like, I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
And it felt so like... I don't know. I just didn't feel super comfortable. But like doing this, now I'm like, look at me.
Well,
like,
and now I guess it's just like breaking the hymen. You know?
It's breaking the social media hymen.
Yeah.
I used to be on fucking Instagram talking to my phone all the time.
All
like,
the time.
Hey guys,
that's
blah,
how
blah,
Cult
blah.
Leader started.
Literally,
Yeah.
that's how Cult Leader started. And then I went for a long time where I didn't.
Yeah.
And now the idea of like waking up and just looking at my phone and being like, okay, you guys, like it's so far and few between. But I would
just
love to
different
see
eras.
a Get Ready with Me with you. Actually, we'll make a pact next Thursday. We should both film separate Get Ready with Me for filming.
Okay, let's do this. We're going to do, because
Okay.
I wanted to do like Get Ready with Me to talk about death for a living.
Okay.
And you can do one too.
Okay.
And we'll do like a day in the life.
But yeah, no, I think everyone would love to see that.
Did you see what they're putting out on HBO?
What?
You're going to die.
What are they putting out on HBO?
Okay, it's premieres June 1st, and it's called The Mortician, and it's a whole documentary on the Lamb Funeral Home.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, here's the trailer.
I can see it.
Trust is foundational for funeral directors. The unfortunate reality is, like any other occupation, there are some bad apples.
I don't put any value in anybody after they're gone and dead, as they shouldn't when I'm gone and dead. Love them when they're here. Period.
We had a business owner in the area complaining that he smelled burning flesh.
David Scott's was doing.
So we won't give them a whole free promo.
Oh, yeah.
But
invite us to the premiere. My God.
Yeah, and you heard it here first, okay? We've been
to the Lamb Funeral Home. We've
Isn't that
talked about it.
wild?
Is it in our book?
Yes.
Yeah, it's in our book.
Yeah.
So I'd like to actually say we're responsible for the resurgence of the Lamb Funeral Home.
Well, truly, and yeah, we would love to be.
I didn't hear
invited.
anyone talking about it before us.
I didn't either.
So.
I really didn't either.
So.
And I mean, it was when we went and visited it, it was like a lighting place or something.
Yeah. And now it's an escape room.
Yeah.
Right. But we have it on our Patreon. You got to scroll back, but it's a vlog of us going.
Scroll back.
That day was so fun. We need
That was
another
a good
Pasadena day.
I know, we do.
We do.
I was gagged when I saw that, though. I was like,
That's,
damn.
yeah, I'm excited to watch that.
Mortician.
I'm about to finish Righteous Gemstones. Speaking of HBO, and I'm so sad.
Well, you were gone.
Uh-huh.
I played video games.
Love.
And I started and beat Resident Evil The Village.
You did it all?
I did it all. It's like 10 hours of gameplay.
Yeah.
Every night.
Oh, gameplay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see that on my Twitch. That's something I would like
We
to start.
should have a Twitch because we love playing Dead by Daylight. And if we could add that into the rotation too, I
Why
would
not?
love that. There was something I was going to say. I don't know. You know what I can say is cheers, because I'm so happy to be back in America, land of the free and home of the brave, because
Cheers, McDonald's.
they got Diet Coke. Crisp Diet Coke. There's nothing like it. All the Diet Coke over there is Coke Zero.
Ugh, I don't like Coke Zero.
It's like, you know what the fucking thing about Coke Zero is? It's like, I know what you're doing and I know what you're trying to be.
I know.
And you're not that bitch.
You're not the silver girl.
No, I want the silver can.
Silver can.
Silver can.
Silver can. Silver can.
I want the aspartame if that's what makes it taste good.
Please.
I want it all.
I want it all
Fucking
too.
give it to me. That was
Oh
like
my god.
the first thing. So when we were flying back, we were flying from London to LA, and at the lounge inside the airport, they had Diet Coke. And I was like,
So happy.
let's fucking go.
It sucks when there's not Coke products.
Seriously, when I go to a restaurant and they're like, okay, so Diet Coke, Pepsi, okay?
Absolutely not.
Is it okay if I stab you in the neck?
Yeah,
No.
that's crazy.
Crazy. It sucks because I'll always, like, when that happens, I'm always like, okay, do you have like an Arnold Palmer or something? Like, I do not.
We're going way, way different.
I'm ordering drinks you've never heard of in places you've never been to when they don't have Diet Coke.
I'm drinking alcohol.
Oh. Okay. We got to
Okay.
get into business
Okay.
because we're just moving and grooving.
Okay, I have a fun little listener email.
Let's hear it.
The subject obviously caught my eye because it said buying caskets with the Kardashians.
Okay.
Okay, it says, Dear Spencer. No, actually, it says, Dear Madison, Spencer, and fur babies. I'm a relatively new Geoff who's been listening to the podcast since late last year, and I just finished your episode, OBITCH, Swiftuary, from last February.
What? Oh, I talked about the casket that was in Taylor Swift's music video.
Yeah. It reminded me of a similar casket-related, celebrity-adjacent experience I had while buying my uncle's casket. My uncle passed away from cancer in 2018, and right before he died, my mom, other uncle, and I went to purchase a casket for him. He hadn't made any funeral arrangements and didn't have much money, so we were working on a shoestring budget. This included my mom giving up her plot at the cemetery for him and looking at buying a casket straight from a manufacturer rather than through a funeral home, which is very smart. If you have ever kept up with the Kardashians, you might remember an episode where Kris freaks out about her own mortality and forces the whole family to make their funeral arrangements.
Did you see that?
I did. Enter a downtown LA casket maker, the same one we ended up at looking for a casket. Because of the Kardashians, this became the most chaotic purchasing experience I've ever had. We entered a huge warehouse where we were greeted by a sales room covered floor to ceiling in different casket models. We wandered around for a few minutes before a man, the owner, came running out of the back room demanding to know what we wanted. A casket, obviously. He immediately starts pulling us around the room, pointing out the various caskets available, including one where the lid was held up by statues of the Virgin Mary in each of the four corners that is now ingrained in my memory forever.
That is so cool.
That's so gaudy. I love it. We explain that we just need a plain wood casket because we don't have much money to spend, and he leads us to another room where someone is working on a pine casket. He starts telling us these are popular with their Jewish clients, and if we want, he can get us a good discount on a funeral home they work with. We're confused and tell him that we're Catholics, so thank you, but we're already going with a Catholic mortuary. Well, then he tells us that we need to buy a more expensive casket because he knows the Catholics have more flamboyant taste. Oh, gosh. Wouldn't we prefer something with statues or engravings? They've done some lovely Catholic lowrider.
That would be us if we ran a casket sales. We'd be like, oh, you don't want that.
You want the
statues. Want the little statues.
Yeah. Let's dip it in gold.
Why not?
Let's dip it in gold.
We do engraving.
And don't you want your loved one to have a plush place to sleep?
Yes.
You know?
Oh my God.
They've done some lovely Catholic lowrider funerals and have great options. Again, no thank you. We just need something plain with an engraved cross. Once he agrees to that, he asks what size casket we need. We tell him my uncle is 6'4". You'll need an extra long casket. But if you want, you can get the regular casket and just break his legs to make him fit. Also, is he dead yet? It's easier to work on a fresh body. My mom and other uncle are horrified, and I'm standing in the back trying not to laugh because he's so sincere and hasn't registered that everything he said so far is absolutely wild and borderline inappropriate to a grieving family. He then takes us into his office to pay, but before he rings us up, he turns and asks us, have you ever watched the Kardashians? They bought their caskets here. He proceeds to whip out a videotape and makes us watch the entire episode with his running commentary. I want to go to this place.
Oh, yeah, let's go for Patreon.
We absolutely should. At one point, his wife comes in and starts yelling at him for not telling the story right and for not processing the sale fast enough. They start fighting over the details of the Kardashians' visit. Apparently, Kim was a nice girl with questionable taste. And then fight about the cost of the casket and whether or not they need to upcharge because we were directed to them by the TV episode. We absolutely were not. This was the first time we'd seen it. Mind you, we're still sitting on the couch in front of them while all of this goes down. Finally, after an hour of watching a funeral sitcom play out, we walked out of the warehouse, dazed and confused with an invoice for a $400 casket. We drove home in complete silence because we were so shocked, and dinner that night involved a hilarious retelling and pulling up footage of the Kardashians at the warehouse. It was such a surreal LA experience, and I highly recommend just for the comedy value. Casket makers are their own breed, and you definitely need a little eccentricity to work in the industry. Feel free to share on the podcast. You can also use my name, all my love, Alexis.
Alexis, thank you for that.
Thank you. We absolutely have got to go. I wonder if I can pull up a clip from.
If you find it, throw it in here.
I will.
Well, that guy sounds like a real asshole, if you ask me.
Yeah, but
one we love.
Yeah, if we go see him, then yeah.
Speaking of, I have some assholes for us today. And this first one says, am I the asshole for confronting my mom after she started seeing someone 2 weeks after my dad died?
2 weeks? Okay.
I'm 17 and my dad passed away suddenly a month ago. It's been incredibly hard. He and I were really close and I still haven't fully processed that he's gone. Now, okay, I have to preface this. In my head, I'm like, well, maybe the parents are divorced and like...
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. But he and my mom were married for 20 years.
Okay.
After he passed, we had him cremated and kept things quiet with just a small gathering of family like my mom preferred. 2 weeks after he died, my mom told me she had started seeing someone new, and I was shocked. It felt way too soon, and honestly, it hurt. I couldn't believe she was already jumping into something that fast while I was still barely able to get through the day without crying. So I confronted her. I told her I thought it was disrespectful to my dad's memory and incredibly hurtful to me. I didn't yell, but I was direct about how much it bothered me. She told me I don't understand what it's like to lose a spouse and said I was being judgmental and unsupportive. She said this new person is helping her feel less alone and that she's grieving in her own way. Since then, things have been tense between us. I feel bad for upsetting her, but I still think 2 weeks was way too soon to start something new, especially when we hadn't even fully said goodbye. And I also think it would be useful to add some more context. She plans to let this dude move in within the next few days.
So this dude was probably
a thing
for much longer.
Yeah, this has to be an affair.
This is absolutely an affair.
And it was like a get the husband out of the pic. Okay, I'm moving in.
Is this a cult leader? Like this is diabolical.
Something.
I don't like that at all.
If you have a child living in your home and their father, your husband, passes away, you do not start fucking dating someone 2 weeks later. Like, I know.
2 weeks is crazy.
We talk all the time, right? Of like, everyone has a different scenario and there's no rules when it comes to anything.
There's no excuse for 2 weeks.
2 weeks is no fucking excuse, even if you hated your husband, because there's people whose like parents are together forever because on paper you just have to be, because getting a divorce is hard when you've built a life together, you have kids. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But 2 weeks is fucking crazy.
Have some respect for yourself. If I were in that situation and hated my husband and like just all of those things that you just talked about, just for myself and the looks on the outside, I would be the grieving widow.
Social pressure, one, right? Yeah, like
and
the
that's
outside
just
opinions.
real. That's just real.
But two, even after a breakup, I'm like, I need years to recover. Like, I'm like, I need to be therapized and figure my life out.
Totally.
Be so good with myself.
Yeah.
And so what kind of message is that sending to your daughter also to be like, it's helping me. It's helping me.
I wouldn't eat anything that the mom serves her. I wouldn't drink anything.
She's
truly.
Next.
Truly.
She's next. Okay. So no, not the asshole, but your mom is an asshole.
Your mom's scary.
Yeah. Psycho. This next one says, would I be the asshole to miss a friend's funeral to go on a working holiday?
Okay.
My 38 female friend, 38 male, who I knew for 20 years, died suddenly several weeks ago. It was a huge shock, and I am speaking to a grief therapist. While we were very close at university, we were very much in a see each other a couple times a year, send memes sort of friendship. I considered him one of my dearest friends. I have been invited to his funeral. It's on the other side of the country, and it will take a full day for the trip there, the funeral, and the trip back. I've met his family in passing a couple of times, and some of his friends will attend. Some can't due to childcare issues / work, location. His hometown is a village very far from where most of his friends live. There will be a wake in the city I live in several weeks later for his wider circle and those who couldn't attend. I don't think I would be judged if I explained I couldn't make the funeral. I have a trip booked for that weekend, and my flight is exactly the same time as the funeral. My job involves a lot of networking, and I'm attending an event in another country. Imagine I was a film critic going to a film festival for fun. I'm on the guest list, I'm there to network, show my face, get informed, but I'm not there to review films. That's not my job, but close enough. It's 50% fun with industry friends, 50% networking and FaceTime. It's a big event on my calendar that I've had booked for 6 months, long before my friend passed. I also don't think I'd be judged if I missed the event. I feel like the morally correct decision and the expected one is that I cancel my attendance at the event, go to the funeral, and spend the next 2 days caring for myself. But it's a dilemma, and I'm still in the not sure what my thoughts are doing stage of grief. Would I be the asshole if I miss my friend's funeral to go on a working vacation?
I kind of don't think so. And I think if you attend the wake that's in your city, then that's fine. I also think if it has affected you this much, though, and you're seeking a grief counselor, then maybe for your own good, do go to the funeral. I don't know.
It's hard to tell. Well, and like obviously friendships change.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you didn't come to my funeral,
that would be bizarre.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, but the like, oh, see ya when I see ya.
Like send each other DMs or memes or what? Like,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I don't think an asshole.
I don't think so either.
Well,
I'm up first this week. Do you have a side bitch?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let's hear it.
Monk dies in Greece without seeing woman.
I saw a monk yesterday.
You did?
I did.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think I was talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Athens. Without ever seeing a woman in the 82 years of his life, Mihailo Tolodo has died in Mount Athos Monastery in Greece. Neither had he upheld an automobile, a movie, or an airplane. His mother died when he was born, Athens reports, and he was brought up in the monastery where no woman ever enters. He became a monk, and monks at the monastery gave him a special burial ceremony because they believed he was the only man in the world never to see a woman.
How peaceful was his life?
I mean, he was a monk, probably pretty peaceful.
And never saw a woman?
Never.
Love it.
Misogynist Madison at it again. No, but that's like, it is crazy to think that there's people who are like raised in areas where they're just not exposed to some of the things that we're exposed to. Like people of Italy who have never been to America and had a real Diet Coke.
That's true. Or you hear like people in the Midwest who've never seen the ocean, and we take it for granted.
I used to have, when I had a job, I had coworkers who would like come out to California for something. Like we'd be doing, and I'd always be pissed. I'm like, why is it in California? Like I want to go somewhere.
Yeah.
But they would come here and they'd be like, oh, on our lunch, we're going to run down to the ocean. And I'm like, go for it.
Yeah.
I used to live, when I first moved down, I lived a block up from the beach. And I think I went there like twice.
You lived a block up from the beach?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Well, that beach was...
Don't inquisitive. Do you hear how accusatory that was? Like I was lying.
He's lying.
No, I did.
No, I know.
I used to, that was like 12, 13 years ago. I would talk on the phone though at night. Like I'd be like talking to my sister, talking to whoever, like friends, and I would like be smoking and I'd like go walk down to the beach and walk back. But that was like the extent. But that beach was gross.
That beach was not. Didn't count.
I was never going to enjoy my time there. I actually was not a beach person. Still wouldn't consider myself a beach person unless I'm on like a beautiful vacation on the beach.
Well, yeah, everybody, even me. I'm not a, yeah. Well, you know what? I think the ocean just scares me.
No, I'm more of a beach person now. Like I like being on the beach. I don't like going in the ocean.
Yeah. Same.
So like I'll go to the beach.
Same,
and,
yeah.
Like I'll lay out and I'll do that.
Yeah.
but I don't, like, I'll look at my phone on a towel.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't, or no, I'll read a book or magazine or something.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll snack a little bit too.
I'll be on
Okay.
TikTok snacking. Please.
Yeah, as long as the beach feels exactly like my house, that's fine.
Yeah, as long as it has AC and
No, I do like going. I like going and sitting, or like sometimes we'll after dinner, like especially where the champ used to live, like we would get dinner over there and then walk down to the beach,
Yeah.
and that was always really nice.
the beach is romantic at night.
Ooh. What are you doing at that beach, girl?
I had sex on a lifeguard tower once.
You did?
Mhm.
That's incredible. That's great. Yeah, is that probably one of the wildest places you've ever had sex?
Probably. Lots of cars.
Yeah.
Lots of cars.
I've seen a backseat or two in my life.
Lots of
Okay. Lots of cars. I can tell you what addition to.
Love 4 wheels. 4 wheels, baby.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I feel like I don't want to say anything else. So we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back.
Oh, actually, one time at the movie theater when I was seeing
At the movie theater.
I was seeing Cinderella and my mom was in the
Not the Gypsy Rose Blanchard. No, she went into the bathroom.
I know.
She wheeled her little self into the bathroom.
I know.
And she said, "Give it to me." Anyways, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Madison's going to tell us what had her spinning in her coffin this week.
Yes.
We'll be right back. And we're back. What had you spinning in your coffin this week, girly?
Okay, Geoffs, you are obviously our kind of people, and I would bet the majority of you suffer from anxiety, as we do.
One thing we know about our listeners is they are anxious, baby.
They are anxious, and I'm probably going to make your anxiety worse today
Perfect.
by talking about something kind of unsettling and weird.
What?
Yeah. Soul trains.
Get down on it.
Yeah.
Get
Uh-huh.
down on it.
We're going to the disco, baby.
Ooh.
No. I feel like we've touched on this a few episodes ago, maybe here, maybe on Patreon, but it wasn't part of our coffin spinner. I know that. We started kind of not spiraling, but like talking about the whole like when it's our time to go, it's our time to go conversation. I think it was with your, actually, I know what it was. It was your side bitch. And you read about a guy who smoked cigarettes every day and he lived till 117.
Love.
And we were like, okay, well, fuck, like we're going to smoke a cigarette and have a Diet Coke,
Yeah.
you know? And then, you know, we kind of like talked about fate and all of that. This topic kind of made me revisit all of that. It's about fate and timing and what happens when a literal train decides that it's your time to go. Okay. And I will say that after hearing incidences of soul trains, I'm quoting soul trains, I don't believe that it's a fate thing. It actually really pisses me off. I think that it's negligence. I think it's a corrupt system. So by calling these instances soul trains, I don't mean to offend anybody or make these deaths some kind of like poetic situation. They're not. You will be pissed once you hear about this and you'll understand everything once I explain it. But the whole phenomenon is like called a soul train, okay?
I've heard of these. Like, I've heard of soul trains.
Okay. So if you haven't, a soul train is not the show. If you're a 90s kid like me, it's not the disco show where everybody, you know, goes down the soul train line. I wish it was, but it's not. This version of Soul Train is terrifying. It's a term I've seen a lot lately on social media, and it's being used in the like emergency responder world. According to Urban Dictionary, and I know Urban Dictionary, but stay with me, it's defined as, quote, a train passing a crossing at the moment an emergency vehicle is supposed to pass. This train signifies the victim isn't supposed to make it.
Well, have you seen those videos where the soul
Yes, the soul leaves.
leaves?
Yeah, I know.
That's a soul train, right? Like that happens. Well, I've seen videos of like an ambulance being stopped at a train and then a soul leaving. Maybe that was just a one-off, but
that was But yes, you can look on TikTok or Instagram and you'll see videos of like people like, oh damn, this is the first time I saw a soul train.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is that whole phenomenon. So in my ignorance, I kind of just assumed that ambulances like had the ability to drive anywhere in any way that they wanted and if there's an emergency, right? Like I know that some traffic lights are equipped with technology that allows like EMS or fire trucks to literally change like a traffic light.
Yeah.
So I just assumed—
Is that real? That's true?
That is true.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking it up. I just assumed that they could do the same with like train tracks. I thought that they could maybe like
stop a train.
I don't know. I was wrong, obviously. Trains have the right of way always, even over emergency vehicles. So
I mean, it makes sense because they're going at such heightened speeds, like,
and so much weight.
Yeah, they can't just okay, we'll slam our brakes. Like, it doesn't work. That's why so many people get real fucking fucked up.
Yeah, absolutely. Unless there's like a bridge or an underpass, which a lot of rural, I can't say that word.
Okay, wait, you say leading up to it, then I'll just say the word rural.
Okay.
And you can dub it with your mouth.
Oh, got it. Okay. So unless there's like a bridge or an underpass, which a lot of
rural
areas do not have, there's literally nothing EMTs or fire crews can do except sit and wait for the train to pass. Well, maybe someone is dying on the other side.
I would feel like that's like it's your time.
I felt like that at the beginning. You won't feel like that at the end.
Okay.
You won't. I found this article from ems.gov called Don't Let Railroads Be Roadblocks, and it gives some advice for first responders in these situations. There's like apparently a little blue sign posted near train crossings called an emergency notification system sign, and it has a phone number to the railroad dispatcher and an ID for that like specific crossing. So in theory, responders can call that number, talk to a dispatch, and let them know that there's an emergency. But like that still takes a lot of precious time.
Yeah. Yes.
And in an emergency, like time is
if they're holding someone's
the only thing
guts in or something. Yeah.
So yeah, I can't even fucking imagine like firefighters and EMS are so incredible, right? But there's a limited amount of things that they can do once they have somebody. Imagine not even being able to get to somebody.
Oh, yeah.
There's
like, no life-saving measures.
Yeah. So I want to get into some real life stories where soul trains showed up and people didn't survive. But before that, I wanted to know more of the why. Like, why is a train the main character? Like, why does it have the ability to do that?
Yeah.
And like we just said, trains are huge and they've ballooned in size over the years. Like, a train was once considered huge if it was a mile long. Now they're 2 or 3 miles long.
Wow. You used to live by a train track, and when I would drive from my house to your house, if I got stuck, it'd be like fucking so long. But I was also always scared to even try and I would never go when like the light was red, but like there was always like, could I get over to the other side before they dropped the things?
Yeah, totally. It's scary. But that was not a freight train. That was just like a commuter train that took you to Los Angeles. And like, those sitting there, I would always be like, fuck, man. But those, I mean, yes, it feels long, but compared to a freight train.
Yes, where it's miles long.
Long and can take 30 minutes, 40 minutes for something to pass. Like, just imagine that. So some trains, like a freight train, can be incredibly heavy, carrying a ton of freight, and they can't, like we said, logistically just slam on their brakes every time an ambulance has to cross. There's also something, and this pissed me off, and I don't know enough about it, but from what I read, it pisses me off. It's called precision scheduled railroading, and a lot of people have issues with this. Like I saw a video, like Bernie Sanders was talking about how it needs to stop. And so basically, freight companies started running longer but fewer trains. So they could make a train, instead of it being a mile long, they could make it 3 miles long.
Wow.
Which would make less trains go throughout the day. So it would just be one massive one, but you could be stopped for hours.
It'd be better to have shorter.
Yeah, like shorter, quicker. It's
Yeah.
safer. They also did this to cut down on cost of crews because
Then
they
they'd
could
have
have
to-
one
yeah.
train conductor.
That's the dumbest thing ever. The
I
amount
know.
of traffic and stuff it causes too.
But it's not dumb for the freight companies because they
Well,
just
no.
pocket
Yeah.
so much.
We're looking at you, big freight.
Yeah, it is so incredibly infuriating. And yeah, it just pisses me off. But I'll save that for my train podcast.
Oh, okay.
Our choo choo.
Our How to Run a Train podcast.
Okay, so let's get into real life examples of trains delaying emergency services and lives that it costs.
Okay.
Okay. So the first story I read about in the Washington Post, and this story gets brought up like whenever you look up like a soul train or anything like that. And it happened in a specific part of Texas called Leggett, Texas. It's like 2 hours away from Houston, Texas, and it's this small town of like a couple hundred people. I think it's in Polk County. But I guess that there has been issues for years with the railway blocking and creating major issues for residents, including, I guess there was a house fire that a fire truck couldn't get to because there was a train blocking. But on September 30th, 2021, a woman named Monica Franklin woke up to find her infant son completely unresponsive.
Oh.
Her husband immediately calls 911. First responders rushed to her home, but there was a railway that blocked sort of like the entrance to her neighborhood. And there was a Union Pacific freight train just sitting there. Because you've seen it too, like, yeah, trains will cross, but sometimes something happens. Sometimes they sit there.
Yes.
So paramedics had to get out of the ambulance, squeeze through a gap in the rail cars, which is so dangerous. They were on foot, rushed to grab the infant, and then the train started moving once they were on the other side. And they had to perform CPR on the railroad tracks for this infant.
Did it save his life?
No, by the time they got the infant to the ambulance and to the hospital, it was like 30 minutes later, and the infant was in ICU for a few days and unfortunately passed away. But the infant's mom blames the railroad, and I guess other locals agree, and even town officials have said that the freight train can block the roads for hours.
That's insane.
It's fucked up. So, like, that's where I'm like, yeah, the soul train thing, like, I'm sure in some instances it seems beautiful, but if that were my family, I would be like, this is not fate. Like, this is gross negligence.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Okay, next we have an incident that happened in 2021 in Tennessee. A man named Bobby Patel collapsed from a heart attack at home one evening. His family obviously called 911 right away, and they even started performing CPR on him while they waited for EMS to arrive. And I guess while first responders were on their way, they were taking Highway 64. If you're in Tennessee and know Highway 64, that was the road they were taking. Well, this highway had a huge train blocking the road. First responders tried to find alternate routes, and even, I guess, they sent out another first responder vehicle to try and get there and go a different route, but another train was blocking. the route.
Well, that might feel like fate.
That
one.
might, yeah.
Like,
that
both are
could.
fucking blocked.
Yeah, that's true. And they didn't arrive until like 15 minutes after they normally would have. And Bobby Patel passed away.
Ugh.
So sad.
Sad.
Okay, this next one gave me chills. In September of 2021 in Noble, Oklahoma, a man named Gene Bird had a heart attack at home. As you probably guessed, his family called 911. Paramedics made their way to the home, and they were blocked by a massive train. They were blocked for 1 hour. The insane thing, though, is that in this part of Oklahoma, there have been many issues with this specific freight train. And 5 years prior to 2020, so in 2015, Gene's son, his name is Chad Bird, according to railfan.com, railfan, I guess Chad, quote, publicly lobbied for government action to prevent lengthy blockages of the only road to his neighborhood, telling local news reporters he feared that someone might die waiting emergency aid.
And then fucking happened to his dad.
It was his father. Isn't that fucked?
Wow.
It's so terrible. I believe that the family ended up actually suing the BNSF Railway for wrongful death, accusing the company of negligence. And I guess that sometimes a train, like a freight train, can be broken apart in emergency situations so that like EMS can cross.
Yeah.
But I guess that rarely happens from what I read. Like, unless crews are told to do it by like higher ups, then they won't do it. And I guess they pleaded with them, like, please break the train apart so that we can get our dad. And they didn't. They wouldn't fucking do it.
For fucking what? To bring you your fucking silly bands from Temu?
Yeah, or your, what are those, Labubu's or whatever? Please. So yeah, calling it a soul train is actually kind of wild, but I understand the term. I love a like woo-woo term. But these deaths, in my opinion, are
preventable.
Not fate. They are absolutely preventable. I will say some states like Ohio, Oklahoma, and Texas seem to be trying to do something like passing more laws to fine railroads for blocking crossings or proposing limits on like how long a train can be. But until change actually happens, people are dying and ambulances are stuck and we're just all at the mercy of a train schedule. God. Isn't that fucking wild?
That is wild. Thanks for filling us in. I never would have, thought about that.
Yeah. Pisses me off.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
God. Soul trains. The less fun soul train.
I know. But interesting. I mean, I get like we talked about, like fate. Like,
well, if you want to get real deep with it, some people like there's, beliefs, which like we've both read books by people who have the belief that like
when it's your time, it's your time.
When it's your time, it's your time. You sign up for that before you come, the silver cord, all the things. But,
yeah.
So we'll all find out one day, but not today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not today. Well, some of us.
I will say, yeah, I believe it depends on the day. Some days I am like, yes, when it's my time, it's my time. But I will say if I go out because of a train blocking me, that's going to piss me off.
Pissed.
That's not right.
I'm haunting that railroad station.
Yeah?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for filling us in.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I'm going to tell you what had me spinning in my coffin this week.
Choo-choo.
All aboard. We'll be right back.
And we're back. Spencer, what had you spinning in your coffin this week?
Well, all right, Geoffs. Well, you're coming with me to Italy today.
Ooh.
As I tell you all about my trip to a crypt.
A trip to a crypt?
A trip to a crypt. And not just any crypt. One we've both, I think, mentioned in past episodes. Not this specific one, though.
Oh.
You talked about a different one, similar. I'll bring it all up. But in a past episode, I did bring up this specific crypt, but it was as an example when I was talking about Sister Wilhelmina. Do you remember that story? She was like the nun who was
like
preserved. Yeah. In corruption.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't care if we've talked about everything. The fact that you got to see things in person, I think, is Crazy.
I went there.
Yeah.
Living.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I mean, seeing it in person was just unreal. I cannot tell you how incredible it was to actually lay my eyes on some of the things that we've talked about on the show, like in Coffin Spinners, before even things we've talked about in the book. It was just crazy. I was fully geeking out.
Yeah, not posers anymore.
No. Well, we both love history so
No,
much,
I know.
too, that I think going to this place that's so historical,
Yeah.
like Rome itself is just, I don't know, crazy. But like I saw where Pope Formosus was tried, which is so crazy to me.
did?
Yes.
Where was it?
In Rome.
But like, did they have like a Pope Formosus
It was
tour?
it was just like the building where it happened. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like the site where it happened.
Is there like a plaque?
I didn't see a plaque.
Okay.
It was like when we were like walking through to get to somewhere else, and I was like looking up on my phone, like I was like mapping it out, and so I saw we were gonna walk past it, and I was like, oh my god, this is where this happened. But I was telling the champ about it, and I was just like,
that's crazy.
And then I had to tell him the whole story. I'm like, yeah, they exhumed his corpse and they put him on trial and then they executed him.
Yeah.
So they dressed him in his vestments and cut his fingers off.
Crazy.
But that's like what really struck me about Rome itself is it's just a city that is like immersed in ancient ruins. Like, like you go past a fucking restaurant or a gelato shop and then, or even a McDonald's. They have McDonald's there.
Oh.
And then you're like, oh my God, what's this building? And it was from the 2nd century. It's just like, or like this has been here since before Christ. Like it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Like you feel like you're walking on top of layers and layers of
bones.
The dead. And
dead.
You are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, you recently mentioned that your comfort movie is the Flintstones.
Well, one of them.
One of them. I was watching it. I tried watching it several times, but I kept falling asleep because I just be falling asleep.
Mm-hmm.
But the champ watched it probably 3 times because I'd be like, wait, let's start it over. And I'd like fall asleep again. But we were talking about it. We were talking about dinosaurs. And I said, in theory, people could have ridden like the flying dinosaurs. Like, we don't know. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And he's like, because like in the movie, they're like traveling on a dinosaur instead of an airplane. I was like, what if people fucking had him saddled up and were like, right? And he's like,
oh yeah, there's no pictures.
He's like, it was millions of years before people were here.
Okay.
The dinosaur extinction. And I was like, okay, girl.
Girl, I don't know.
I don't know anything.
The Flintstones, they're like building
I'm
stuff.
like, actually, we're watching this documentary right now.
Yeah.
Like, fucking no.
Documentary, girl. How beautiful is Halle Berry in that?
So beautiful. And he's also so analytical, though. He's like, we're watching it, and he's like, yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy that Fred Flintstone's car has a radio when it's powered by foot.
That's true.
And I'm like, just fucking watch the movie.
Come on.
Anyway, in regards to the champ, lived up to the title because he, while we were there, booked us to...
Imagine if we had to still power
a car like that. Girl, with those hooves, we'd be flying down the freeway. No, but he booked us tickets to tour the Capuchin Crypt, and I was just like, wow. I was like, love this.
Did it smell like anything? No? Okay.
Old.
A
quick refresher. A crypt is an underground room or vault beneath a church, typically used for burials. But this one is a full-on, like, bone emporium.
Okay.
I want to call it.
Okay.
It's so, like, grand. And, I mean, they also... Because in this specific one, they didn't just bury the people there. They decorated with them. And I know I sent you some pictures while we were there.
Wait, I need you to, like, paint it for me a little bit. Like, okay, so you're in Rome.
Okay, so we're in Rome. There's, like, a big church.
Okay.
Right? And then we go to, like, a side of it. And then you go down into the ossuary.
Okay.
Where, like, the crypt is.
Got it.
So you're, like, underneath. So it's kind of cooler. Like, probably would be a great wine cellar or something.
Okay. And the church is operating like a church.
Yes.
Okay.
We went inside. So after we toured the ossuary, we went up inside of the church. And actually, I'll show you. There was a very famous piece of art in that church, and I don't remember what it's called. But we'll share the picture here as well. But you've probably seen it before.
Oh, the Mona Lisa.
Yeah. Yep. No, it's like Archangel. I think that's Archangel Michael stepping
standing on his neck.
It's a guy standing. Archangel Michael standing on. That's the devil.
Oh shit!
He's like, you would elementary school. You would have loved him.
I love that.
This is inside the ossuary. We'll put pictures inside here too.
Yeah, you sent me those.
But then this is the church that we toured it, or we didn't tour it. We just went inside of it and sat down, and we each said a prayer at the church.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm praying to, honey, but I was son. But yeah, it's incredible. Like everything is so elaborate, and that's like the whole thing of like that's what's so cool about like walking through Vatican City or like walking through all of these buildings where the Sistine Chapel is and everything is like you're seeing just the most elaborate art you've ever seen in your life and the most elaborate construction you've ever seen in your life, and it's so old.
Yeah.
Like it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years
Crazy
old.
that it's sustained.
Truly.
Yeah.
I was going to show you. So this, when you walk in, it's like a book and it is like a death records.
Oh.
They have there for at the beginning of
like all the
Capuchin
bones.
Crypt. Yeah.
Got it.
But like, look at like even just the ceiling.
It's so fucking
like,
beautiful.
That's just a ceiling.
It's so pretty. I mean, they didn't have TikTok and shit back then. Like they didn't have.
That's just the roof.
They were creating. They were, you know what I mean?
Yes.
God, that's beautiful.
It's just so detailed, so insane. So anyway, before I get any deeper into the crypt, before I go down to the crypt, I want to talk more about the Capuchins because, like, who are they?
Yeah.
Why were their bones turned into wall art?
Okay.
All of that. So the bones that are on display in the Capuchin Crypt, there's about 3,700 different bodies that were used, and they all belong to Capuchin friars. And I didn't know what a friar was, really.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, what's that? So friars are kind of like a monk's cooler, a little more extroverted cousin.
Okay.
Both are members of religious orders, but the difference is monks usually live kind of cloistered away in monasteries, like the monk I was talking about that had never seen a woman. And friars, on the other hand, are out and about. They're asking for money. They're preaching. They're doing charity. They're like street team for Jesus. They're out there like
street team for Jesus. Okay.
Okay. Fun fact I learned on our tour, the cappuccino.
Oh.
The cappuccino was named after them.
No way.
Because the color of the drink resembled their brown robes.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
That's cool. Okay.
So next time you're drinking a cappuccino,
think about the friars.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of frappuccinos, also, while I was...
No. Frappuccinos or cappuccinos?
Cappuccinos.
Who are the frappuccinos named after?
Us, girl.
I do want to try that caramel ribbon one or whatever.
Fuck me up. Give me a frappuccino any day. I love that. Oh, but while we were there, my whole TikTok, obviously, like my whole For You page was, we didn't go on social media a lot. That was kind of our pact going in. Like, let's try and be off our phones as much as we can. But like, also you're laying in bed at night and it's like,
yeah,
I'm scrolling.
Yeah.
But I kept getting on my like For You page, like tips for when you're visiting Rome and blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
They were like, is all these fucking annoying girls that would be like, whatever you do, don't drink a cappuccino after 11 o'clock a.m. or the locals will look down on you. And like shit like that. And then there's people from Rome in the comments that are like, actually, we don't give a fuck when you order.
Yeah.
It's giving like girls who did travel abroad or study abroad and like went away for like 2 months and then they come back and they're like,
arrivederci.
It's just very different. Oh, yes. How you say things are just so different over there. You know what I fucking loved was, okay, so I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. Other than, like, if I'm having a party, we bust them out. But there, it's such a smoking culture.
Yeah.
And so all, like, the cafes, the restaurants are all in alleyways, and you sit there, there's ashtrays on the table.
No
and
shame.
You can just smoke.
Oh.
And so I told the champ before we went, I said, by the way, when we're in Italy, I smoke in Italy. He's like, okay.
Wait, what kind of cigarettes did you get? Do they have?
They have Marlboros.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
We love a Marlboro Light. We're Marlboro Light girlies.
Yeah.
They have them there.
They taste different?
No, but you know what's crazy is that of all the packaging there, they have to have graphic images of like lungs or cut off skin or a baby on a like it's
Oh.
to, I think, like,
To
show you how terrible it is. But girl,
do
I didn't care.
that.
I ripped it off and I said, let's go. So we were in those alleyways and I loved it.
Yeah.
I probably had like 4 cigarettes.
4
They
packs.
were, yeah. No, he threw them out at the end of the trip. He's like, these are not coming home with us. But I loved like just sitting there having an espresso, smoking a little cig. It was great. Okay. Anyway, cappuccinos. So the Capuchins were a super devout branch of the Franciscan order, which was founded in the 1500s. And they were all about humility, poverty, and meditating on death. And Rome became a major hub for the Capuchins. And over centuries, thousands of friars lived, served, and then died there. And when they died, they wanted to be buried with their like brethren, their like fellow friars, kind of like how we would want to be buried together. Most of them died of natural causes because I was like, there's so many bones in here. What happened? Was there like a mass execution? Like what happened? No, that's not the case. Most of them died of natural causes. Natural at that time. I mean, people were fucking dying of everything. But the biggest culprits were like plague outbreaks, tuberculosis, malaria, starvation, and then weird medieval infections with names like that we've talked about before. Like consumption. Whatever. Or sweating sickness, they call it. Some friars died while taking care of the sick during their outbreaks because, well, that happens.
Right.
And some were missionaries or martyrs whose remains were brought back to Rome if they died while they were out, I guess, evangelizing.
Okay.
But one thing we do know is that this is not some mass grave of executions or violence. It's more like a holy alumni wall that's made of bones.
Got it. Okay. Something to be proud of.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so, from my understanding, the decorative part started around 1631 when the church that I was just showing you, the one it's built underneath, the Santa Maria della Concezione dei Cappuccini, was completed.
Okay.
Got it out.
You use that Italian.
When the Santa Maria della Concezione dei Cappuccini was completed.
Oh my God.
It's a stunning church, and legend has it that when the church was finished, Pope Urban VIII's brother, who was a Capuchin friar, had bones exhumed from this other, it's like an older Capuchin friary, they call them, where all the friars lived. And friary makes me think of French fries, though. I'm like,
oh, I fully have been thinking about them since you said it.
Okay, so there was this old friary out of business. People are buried there. And he's like, no, I want their bones brought here.
Okay.
And so they brought them to this new crypt that they had dug up. And these were kind of like the starter bones for everything.
Okay.
And from there, as new generations of friars passed away at this place in Rome, they started to join the display and their bones would be buried. And it's also said that the soil inside of the crypt was brought over from Israel.
Oh.
And I guess this was the main reason for that was they thought that that soil would help speed up the decomposition process.
Got it. Yeah.
There are 6 chambers inside of the crypt.
Oh.
And they're all named for the bones that are used the most in each one. So there's the Crypt of Skulls, Crypt of Pelvises.
Okay. When I showed Cisco one of the pictures you sent me, he's like, what am I looking at? And I'm like, those are all bones. He's like, what? He's like, those are all hip bones.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that
pelvises.
the pelvis? Okay,
Yep.
okay.
And then there's the Crypt of Resurrection, Crypt of the 3 Skeletons, Crypt of the Leg Bones and Thigh Bones, and then there's the Crypt of the Mass Chapel, which is still used for Mass today. And originally the bones were not arranged for decor. They were just kind of stored there.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of this was, again, like they were very simple people.
Mm-hmm.
And so they weren't like, they were like the most obvious choice was to just kind of like bury them all underneath the church.
Mm-hmm.
But space started running out. And I guess that's what prompted them to be like, hey, what if we use these bones to like decorate?
Oh, I love that.
And so, I mean, there's literally fucking chandeliers like built out of bones. It's so crazy.
Wow.
Well, and also what was really interesting is so when we were there were some nails on the wall with no bones attached to them. And they were saying that because of the laws there now, if a bone falls off the walls, they're not allowed to put it back up.
Really?
Yeah. It has to like be taken and buried. They can't.
Oh, that's wild.
They can't put them back up. So they're like they can't do a lot of like restoration down there because otherwise
they're breaking some
yeah,
law.
yeah.
Oh, wow. I think it should be grandfathered in.
Yeah, let it be. Come on, it's been there for so long.
Also, if I'm up there on display and my pelvis is over here and like my knee bone falls off the wall and you go bury it, I don't want that.
I'm separated at that point.
Yeah.
Beyond my comfortability.
Yeah.
So again, this wasn't like a macabre thing. It's not meant to be like a spooky whatever.
Yeah.
The whole concept, especially with them, was they were such believers in memento mori, a reminder that, you too will die. And there's even a plaque in the crypt that reads, it translates to what you are, we once were, what we are, you will be. Just reminding people. It's kind of chilling, but also, I don't know.
It's the most natural fucking thing.
It's the most natural thing. And here's the thing. I thought overall, I was like, when we were going down those stairs, I was like, this is going to, I wonder how heavy it's going to be down here. Like energy-wise, all that. But it wasn't creepy. It didn't feel ominous at all. It felt very quiet and peaceful because even cemeteries, I feel like there's different energy sometimes you feel when you're there. Like certain rooms will feel really heavy, but this just totally felt like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably also because I'm like, we're on a guided tour through here. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
If I just stumbled upon that in the wild, I'd probably be a little like,
I'd be
whoa.
freaked out. Yeah.
This is a room full of bones. You see that in someone's house and you're going, I gotta skedaddle.
Yeah. Although I think, ask me 4 years ago, I would have run out of there.
Yeah.
But after, I don't know.
Who knows?
Nothing seems crazy.
Yeah, but when I was walking through, I was like looking at all the bones and I was just like, this is so many bones to come out of people. Like it felt more, I guess, sacred than haunted.
Almost like a little medicinal or like a medical facility.
Okay, when we went to the Mutter Museum, it's like there's that wall of skulls. And you're just like, those were all in somebody's head.
Yeah.
But like it feels like you're looking at it from more of like a analyzing it versus stumbling upon it.
Right.
So you actually talked about a Capuchin Crypt, and it was the one in Palermo inside the Convento di Cappuccini, and that one is way south of Rome, like 931 kilometers away. Like
that was
at the very tip.
The Rosalia, the baby.
Rosalia Lombardo.
Yeah,
the Sleeping Beauty. And so that one isn't really known for decorative bones. That one instead is home to around 8,000 mummies, and a lot of them are still dressed in their clothes. And
I didn't know that there were different. Cool.
Yeah, there's different ones. And before I seal the crypt for the evening, I want to give a quick shout out to another lesser known but deeply unsettling Capuchin Crypt. It's the one in Brno in the Czech Republic, and it's tucked beneath the Church of the Holy Cross. But this crypt doesn't do bone chandeliers either or skeletal mosaics. It's more of like a here's our corpses, take it or leave it situation.
Oh, okay.
Thanks to the perfect combo of dry air, deep clay soil, and clever ventilation. The friar is buried there all naturally mummified, so there was no embalming required. They just kind of lined up in a row almost. You just have this like row of fully dressed friars just lying there in open coffins, like they're waiting to greet you, which I feel like would be a little freakier to me than seeing
Why
bones.
does a coffin with a thing in it make it seem more freaky?
Just cartoons, spooky, I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's no decoration there, no dramatics, just dead guys and dust, and I don't know. It's, I guess, a more raw experience, but I just love seeing like all the beautiful bones there. But yeah, Rome has the artistic bone installations. Palermo is kind of like the museum of dressed up corpses. And then in Brno in the Czech Republic, it's open coffin friars on display. So
got it.
They're all just serving looks there. But yeah, it was really cool to see. I don't remember everything from the tour because that was a week ago.
Okay, yeah. I mean, and this was pre-engagement?
Yeah, this is pre-proposal. So
you were probably in your fucking head. Yeah. You saw the Colosseum also, right?
Yeah, I saw the Colosseum, learned a lot there
Was
too.
that crazy?
Yes.
Huge or?
Huge. And it's crazy that It's just
there.
Well, and they took out most of the seats and everything that were there. Like, they took things to build other things.
Did you feel like you were traveling back in time, kind of?
Sometimes, yeah.
Cool.
It was like wild being there and being like, okay, over there is where the gladiators would prepare to come out for a battle, or like that's where they released the animals to come out. Like, I learned so many things about, I mean, because they would like fill it with water and have different animals come do whatever. It's just so crazy. And I had just watched Gladiator 2 before we went, so I was like, I was like stoked. It was so fucking rad just to see in person. But it's also like one of those fucked up things where it's like, they were going there and they were watching people fight to the death most of the time.
Yeah.
Now here we are, like, just seeing the remnants
wow.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still really fucking cool. Like, such a thing to see. It's one of the 7 wonders of the world.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, so we got one checked off the list.
Oh, speaking of, did you see that they're saying that the pyramids have like columns underneath them underground?
Yes, spiral staircases in them too.
Crazy.
There's a lot of, I mean, aliens. When that said, as we know, even when monks die, they get an obituary sometimes.
Well, there you have it.
So
they do? Oh, yeah, they do. Duh, you read one.
Hello! Earth to girly!
Oh, my God. Well, I have an obituary that was sent in, and it says, "Hello, my obituary peeps and pups," which I like.
Peeps and pups is good. Let's keep that.
Yeah. Please see attached self-written obituary from my hometown of East Haddam, Connecticut. I have also included pictures of the castle mentioned. Would love to hear you talk about this on my favorite podcast. Love you from the East Coast, Debbie.
Thanks,
Thank
Deb.
you, Debbie. This is Harold Tyke E. Niver obituary. In his own words, Harold Ellsworth Niver. He never liked the name Ellsworth. Plus, those are bad initials, H-E-N. You never want to put that monogram on a shirt.
N.
But I digress. Harold is no longer with us. He is long gone. That sweet chariot in the sky came for him. He is kaput. He traded in his Steinway piano for a harp. Got a good deal, too. He will no longer have to worry about root canals and kidney stones. In high school, he ran on the track team. He never won a match, but was usually the first one to come in last. His first marriage to Janice Bardush lasted 11 years and produced 2 sons, Christopher Geoffrey and Jonathan Taylor. He was in the retail piano business for 50 years. He obtained the nickname Tyke because his mother said he was a cute little tyke.
Aww.
The name stuck. He loved animals and birds, owned quite a few of both. Amongst the birds were canaries, English nightingales, and sun conures. The dogs included English bulldogs, pugs, and dachshunds.
Dachshunds.
Dachshunds. Okay.
No.
Okay, dachshunds. He partook...
Not a dachshund.
He partook of an occasional alcoholic beverage, his favorite being a Bombay martini, but he made a rule never to have anything stronger than a martini before breakfast. Regarding sports, he was a fencer. Both he and his wife, Teddy, fenced.
Cool.
I know. The neighbors used to enjoy seeing them suit up, go to the garage, and fence, really poke each other with the fencing swords. For 11 years, he engaged in a target shooting sport called SASS. SASS. What the fuck? Called SASS, Single Action Shooting Society.
SASS.
A robot. In that sport, you dress up like you're in the old West and shoot the correct period firearms. I want to do that.
Sick.
He loved the dressing up part. In 11 years, he never wore the same outfit twice. He didn't shoot that well, but he sure looked good missing. He was fond of saying, "Don't squat with your spurs on." He was also a big fan of Sherlock Holmes. In fact, his house has a name plaque on the front door that says Baskerville Hall. Also, the license on one of his Jeeps says Sherlock. He was married to Theodora, Teddy, for 50 years.
Teddy's a cute name.
That is such a cute name. One of their greatest joys was portraying William and Helen Gillette at Gillette Castle. Both he and Teddy became the Gillettes. If the weather was good, they would visit the castle on a Sunday. If it were a rainy day, they didn't go there. He didn't like wearing a heavy woolen Inverness cape and cap like Sherlock Holmes in the rain. There is nothing like the smell of wet tweed in the morning. So he traded in his Sherlock Holmes deerstalker cap for a halo. And then it goes into his survived by and all of the information.
I love that.
I know, I love him.
Rest in peace, Tyke. Oh, mine's kind of different this week.
Okay.
So I was like looking up obituaries as we do.
Uh-huh.
And most of the time I feel like we're going through newspaper archives and stuff, but I was just on like a Google, like just going through Google and Quora and all these places. And someone named Richard Sanders, who's a writer, editorial consultant, I don't know. People were asking like, oh, what do you think the best obituaries ever written was? And he had commented on this on Quora, and it was from, I think, 15 years ago or 14 years ago. He said one of the great obit writers of all time was a French anarchist named Félix Fénéon, who wrote for the newspaper Le Matin.
Okay.
Each of his obituaries and news items were squibs, usually about 20 words long.
Love.
And so I was looking, and there's a book called Novels in 3 Lines that collects thousands of items that appeared anonymously in the French newspaper Le Matin in 1906, which were stories about murder, mayhem, all kinds of things. So I want to order the English version of it because I think it'd be really cool. I want to try and find a physical copy because I like a physical book, and they only had, I didn't want to buy the ebook.
Got it.
And buy the physical. But this guy, he had a few samples of the guy's things. And it says, quote, on a bowling lawn, a stroke leveled M. Andre, 75, of Lavalois. While his ball was still rolling, he was no more.
Oh, paints a good picture.
Another one, this one really does. Scratching himself with a revolver with an overly sensitive trigger,
oh God,
M. Edouard removed the tip of his nose in the Vivienne precinct house.
Oh my God.
Another one says, a dishwasher from Nancy, Vital Frerote, who had just come back from Lourdes, cured forever of tuberculosis, died Sunday by mistake.
Fuck.
So apparently this guy would just write these fucking small, short obituaries for people.
Oh, I love that.
I thought it was fun.
That's cool. Oh my gosh. Woohoo!
All right. Well, we have spun in our coffins.
We have bitched our obituaries.
And now it's time for some dumb
as
criminals. Who you got?
Oh my gosh, we've been sent this thousands of times.
Thousands.
You're gonna know. This is abcnews.go.com. Woman arrested after raccoon named Chewy found with meth pipe in driver's seat during police stop. If you haven't heard this, I don't know what you're doing.
Tell them the story, girl. I love this video.
I love this. A woman has been arrested after a raccoon named Chewy was found holding a meth pipe in the driver's seat of her car in what police are calling a strange encounter on patrol in Ohio. The incident occurred on Monday at approximately 7:15 p.m. when Springfield Township Police Officer Austin Branham decided to conduct a traffic stop on South Arlington Road after identifying a vehicle whose registered owner had an active warrant and a suspended driver's license. When Officer Branham approached the car, he found 55-year-old Victoria Vidal of Akron, Ohio, and was able to detain her without incident. However, things took an unusual turn, according to the police statement. As Officer Branham returned to the vehicle, he observed a raccoon named Chewy sitting in the driver's seat with a meth pipe in his mouth. Chewy had somehow gotten a hold of a glass methamphetamine pipe, leading officers to further inspect the vehicle. Yeah, and there is pictures and video.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I hate raccoons because they ate my chickens, but...
I know. It goes on to say, thankfully, Chewy, the raccoon, was unharmed. And notification was made to the proper authorities, but...
And now he's in rehab.
He's in,
detox.
Yeah. He's on Methadone.
Well, I have an old one.
Okay.
This was actually posted on that History Cool Kids account.
Uh-huh.
And it says, craving for dill pickles causes man's downfall.
Oh, God, I love a dill pickle.
Oh, you know what? We should have a pickle after this.
Yeah. Oh, do you have some?
I do.
Oh, I would love a pickle.
The criminal branch of the Hennepin County District Court is full of records proving how often men's appetites lead them astray. With some men, it is drink. With others, drugs. Some crave to access the excitement of the gaming table. But yesterday in district court, before Judge Nye, a defendant, William Baba, confessed to a wild, inordinate taste for pickles that had resulted in making him a thief. So strong was his desire, Baba said, that 2 weeks ago he broke into a boxcar in the Milwaukee yards and stole a whole barrel of luscious dills, dragged them to a secluded spot, and prepared for a regular orgy of pickle eating, when he was interrupted by policemen with no Epicurean sense of the fitness of things and arrested.
I love a fucking pickle.
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
even blame him.
In Texas, there's these one pickles that the champ's friend always has, and she had at her wedding. She had this big plastic thing of them. They're so
Are they like
fucking good.
chips?
Huge. No.
Oh. Thumbnail. Ooh.
And so I had those, and then also at the gas station in Texas, it was a hot and sour pickle. So it was
I accidentally bought those, and I didn't like them.
This was like one of the big ones, though, and like a thing that was fucking good.
Okay. All right. Let's go have a pickle for sure.
So we're gonna go. We're gonna go have a pickle, and we'll see you next week for some more coffin spinners
Obituaries
and dumb
ass
criminals.